Welcome back to Awful Movie Reviews. This week's movie is The Viking Women and the Sea Serpent, a low-budget adventure movie produced and directed by Roger Corman. Oh yeah, he did the awful Attack of the Giant Leeches, which I formerly reviewed, and you should go check it out. But this movie is even worse. Now, the original title was actually The Saga of the Viking Women and Their Voyage to the Waters of the Great Sea Serpent. But the title was way too fucking long for me to include it into the review's title, so I just used the alternative title. But it doesn't really matter now, because the movie stays the same. This is an ultra cheap and ridiculous movie. It was just an excuse to show beautiful women in Viking outfits for an hour. I don't think so. It starts out with a group of Viking women that decide to go out looking for their Viking husbands that settled off to sea, but never returned. No, I'm pretty sure that the Vikings didn't actually really do that. They settle off to sea on the flimsiest Viking vessel ever that they somehow managed to build from scratch on what seems to be a deserted island. How did they not manage to notice him? I mean, it's not like if the boat was the size of the Titanic. And same goes for that. But anyways, after a big storm and their ship sinking, the women arrive in Bronson Canyon of all places. Gee, what a coincidence. They find their men being enslaved by a bunch of barbarians, or whatever these people are. And that's when the film gets even stupider. These women are supposed to be slaves, but they spend their time eating at extravagant banquets and going boar hunting. And when they are imprisoned, they manage to escape so easily. So honestly, I guess that the bad guys had what was coming to them. But wait, this is partly an action movie, right? Well, yes, but given the budget, let's say that it's Corman action. Yeah. But wait, there's a sea monster now, isn't there? I mean, the sea monster on the poster seems pretty badass. Well, this being a cheap quickie from Mr. Corman, the sea monster only very briefly appears, for less than 5 minutes. That's if you can count the scene where someone is waving a hand puppet to make it look like the monster from far away. And we don't even really get a full good look at the monster. It's always shown in close-ups, or you only catch a glimpse of it. What a total ripoff. It also sometimes looks like the characters are rowing in thin air. And why do all the enslaved Viking men look like clean-shaved, suave, popular high school jocks? Overall, words can't describe how inept this movie is. It really feels like Corman made this movie for the sake of making the movie and trying to knock a quick buck off it. There's no substance, no passion, no talent, and no effort put into this piece of shit. It's one of the stupidest movies I've ever seen in a while. What an awful movie.